Yep.
Yeah, 30 seconds then, right?
All right, we'll call this meeting to order at 19:04, it looks like. Well, what did I say, it's 19:04. Who's got the official time? Must be 19:01.
Yeah,
my phone. Okay. So, any changes to the agenda?
Done for me.
Okay, so we'll adopt the agenda as presented. Minutes of the previous meeting, any comments, changes, additions, corrections?
Didn't have any.
Okay,
I'd move we approve as they are.
I'll
okay.
second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Let's see, old business, no old business. Accounts payable and payroll. Any questions, comments?
Yes, I had one. I was looking at number 14, which is on page 13. And I was wondering if I could perhaps come by sometime and look at the forms that they fill out for the places they take their classes. I'm still concerned about what I brought up last time. About checking off a place for race and all that.
College asked those questions?
I don't know where they're at.
Yeah, it's not, we don't ask that question at colleges.
Right, but I'm just, something just bothered me the last batch that we looked at like that. When I happened to see that, something just didn't sit right with me. So,
Well, I mean, I guess the only thing I'd tell you is that's on every application that we see. And you just happen to get to see that one.
okay.
So,
You weren't supposed to see that.
well, it's like we said, they use that for statistical.
All right, yeah, okay.
Not required to.
Okay, well, that's fine then. And
This
then,
class up here, though, the one you're referring to, she took a CPR class, I believe. First aid class?
Yeah.
She could be an instructor.
Clever.
Yeah, instructor.
She's gonna be one of our instructors for CPR.
then I was looking at number, what was it here? Number 28. I was wondering, is this some of that money that we get back again?
This is our payment, the company that we use to consult with, PCS, out of the off East Coast, they work with Systems Design, and we pay them through Systems Design for their work to put all our stuff into the GMT for the state healthcare authority. So this is money, this is our fee to them.
For the whole year?
For the last, yeah, we do it once a year.
Once a year, okay.
Yeah. And we just got our money deposited a couple weeks ago. It was over $800,000.
Those are all the questions I have.
Okay. I'll make a motion, we approve warrants and payroll as presented.
I can second that.
Yeah, I'll second that as well.
Okay, all in favor? Sounds unanimous. Okay,
Oh, I had one question on the payroll.
okay.
I just got to look through my notes here. Did this payroll include calling everybody in on the 31st?
Yes, it did.
It did,
It
yes.
did. Okay.
Yeah, and I wanted you guys to see that, and I made the copies. What did I do with them? Because I wanted you to see what we ended up spending in it. And whoops, they're there. Probably have to go find them. Anyway, I've got that. I'll find it for you.
So that was just included as regular in here for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of guys was overtime that came in.
Cost the police department a lot more than us.
There it is.
We did a bunch of jobs.
That's what
Right,
they
yeah,
want.
yeah.
Interesting.
Does that include the stuff the first few days of the month on that?
I think that was only the one day.
Yeah, did Christina put this together?
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's just that one day.
We had a little bit of other stuff.
Yeah, I'm not on it.
But pretty minimal.
You didn't put me in there.
Oh, that's true. Oh,
Not that it matters, zero cost. But you got Jeff Judy on there, so.
But it says we didn't pay him.
Jeff
anything?
Judy,
I don't remember that.
Jeff wasn't here.
Let's see, Ray says.
Wait,
It's on the list.
and she just pulled it out recently.
Okay, guess we'll have to go back and talk about that one.
Very just.
Well, that's interesting.
Mike Yatterman was screwed.
Huh. Okay, I don't know how you got on there.
Okay, so that moves us on to resolution 527, appointing a fire district secretary. Any questions about that resolution? Then I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 527 as presented.
And I'll second that one.
All in favor?
Aye.
And now we get to swear in the fire district secretary.
Now, if you guys are okay, Don and I already talked about this. Our attorney wrote this and it's terrible. So it'd be easier for him to read it than me to try to do the, please raise your right hand.
Right.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad.
However, please raise your right hand. There you go.
I, Donald Waller, having been duly appointed as Secretary to the Board of Fire Commissioners of Snohomish County Fire Protection District 4 by the Commissioners of said Fire Protection District, June 15th, 2020, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and impartially perform the duties of the Secretary of Fire Protection District 4 as prescribed by law and to the best of my ability, and that I will support and maintain the laws and Constitution of the State of Washington and the United States of America, so help me God.
Thank you very much. Please sign.
Okay, and that brings us to
Tomorrow.
the repeal of resolution 461.
Okay, so let me explain this. So as I was going through and looking for all the cleanup that we need to do on different resolutions, this one was done quite a few years ago.
2012.
Yeah, and it was basically for, the county did a hazardous facility or some kind of a mitigation thing. They required that we have a specific resolution just for this. Chief Mark Collins and our previous finance director were on the resolution. Because Don and Mike are already authorized by you guys to sign for these things, this resolution isn't necessary anymore. So we just wanted to go ahead and repeal it.
Plus it's Deputy Chief Ron Simmons.
Yes, it's definitely out of date.
Yes. Okay, so I'll make a motion. We have repeal resolution 461.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Okay. Okay, the FEMA COVID grant application.
Okay, Chief Waller is going to explain this to you.
A little complicated, so I called it an application to make it sound right, but what we're doing is, before we can apply for a grant, we have to basically apply to the state saying, we would like public assistance. Not saying what, how much, or what for, just, hey, state, we may need public assistance. And so that's what this part is. It basically just gets us into the state system so that we can then apply for a grant. The grant that we will be applying for under this is a cost recovery of stuff we've already spent on the COVID stuff. So this is really a no cost, just gives the state all the stakeholders, the board of commissioners, you're agreeing to this, and then it puts Mike and I as assignee. So it just basically gives the state all of our information. So when we go to upload the grant, they have everything.
I had a question. On page 53, it has your title on there. And
Simmons?
no, it says, the fire commissioner talks about Mike Adderman, deputy chief, and then Don Waller, deputy chief. Will this have to be changed once you,
No, we're signers. They just want to know it now.
Yeah, this is just
for now?
yeah, this is an application. It's like you sign for something, then things change later. Like if you sign for a loan, district, for instance, or something.
Our first draft, Christine had put me as chief, and I think we would be in more trouble
Yeah.
with the federal government. We have to say what it is now, and like I said, if it changes, it changes. But we shouldn't have, we asked them, we shouldn't have to update anything because Mike and I are still the signers. Our title is really immaterial.
Yes.
And then I was also wondering if we're not part of the 39th district way off to the east.
Well, yeah, we could be.
I thought maybe
yeah.
out there like Three Lakes and stuff like that could be in 39th district.
39th and the 44th, aren't we?
We're in the 44th. It just says 44th on here.
We'll confirm with the state if we need to put everyone that we touch for them. That's the one spot we have.
I tried to look at a map, but the maps that came up, they were indecisive. So,
I believe you're correct. Seems to be years ago.
yeah. Well, I just think we want to be as accurate as possible, I think.
Possibly.
Whatever the state wants us, what they require us to do, we're gonna get it.
Yeah, we have a person we're working with, and we'll let them know that we might have a sliver of that and see what they say is the best way to do it.
So I'll make the motion, we approve the FEMA COVID grant application
I second that.
as presented with the understanding that the districts may be modified.
And we have a original ready for you to sign tonight, so we can move that on tomorrow.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
New business, fire chief's comments.
Okay, so the only thing I wanted to go over was, we just got it, you just got it, the May 31st cost there, which we need to look at a little closer. I wanted to let you know that two things. Friday, we have been asked to help support, I want to say support, but that's not the word. We're going to be at graduation on Friday with the high school. They were just looking for ways to dress up the event they're having at the high school, and we're going to be parked on 5th Street and waving kids as they go by. We got a couple of fathers that are actually going to join us, and so the guys will be down there for a while. It's kind of swapping off. Some of the off-duty guys are coming in to do it as well.
I'll be there.
You'll be there?
Grandson's graduating.
Yes. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And then just an FYI, I found out this morning that one of our chaplains spent several hours over at SNOCOM this weekend. One of their members has been sick and died last Friday. And
From the virus?
I'm not really sure. I didn't get all those details, but they called the chaplain up in Granite Falls who didn't have any help, and they were trying to make visits to every shift. And so he called Dana, knowing that Dana has been over there before. So Dana spent a lot of time at SNOCOM this weekend. So anyway, one more time, he's going out of his way to make sure that, people are taken care of. So, right. And so there was discussion about what the plan is. So Don, yes, is district secretary, but I'll still be here as fire chief next meeting. And then July 13th, I won't be here. and then I'll come back for the meeting on the 27th. So Don and I have been talking. I gave him kind of an outline of how I do things. He'll be calling you the Thursday before to find out if there's anything else. And as we've talked about in the past, if you have issues that you want to bring up, the best way for you to do that is to contact Don so he can talk to Jim about it. And then, that way you're not having a private conversation someplace. So, so that's how we'll work through it. He knows that if he's got questions, and quite honestly, I'm not going to probably be out of there. The plan was to be gone all of July. Ain't going to happen because my house is going away and I got to get out of it. So,
Oh, you sold it?
well, as of yesterday, it was still sold, but who knows? Well, ain't done till it done. So anyway, yeah, it looks like we're going to be here probably most of the month too. So, yeah, so if there's any questions, you can still feel free to call me. But I think Don's got a view between Don and Mike. I think they'll get it figured out pretty quickly. So anyway, so that's all I have.
Okay, commissioner comments?
I was wondering if you, how you followed up with that, one of the comment cards from last time?
Oh,
You emailed us about it.
Email.
you didn't get my email? Okay, yeah, so,
Let me see.
Maybe I did, I don't recall.
remind me of the call.
It was a
It
link
was,
Stevens address or something.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
delayed, but it was because of.
Yeah, dispatch delayed it,
Okay.
it was quite a few minutes, I thought.
4 minutes.
Yeah, and then we got dispatched.
That's a lot.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
That was sent to
Six.
Richard Cloud.
Somebody's
It was
really-
sent to
Indeed, yeah.
Takes a couple minutes to get the door.
Richard at homishfire.org. Okay, it was sent correctly that time.
okay,
It was sent the 2nd of June at, anyway, the 2nd of June.
yeah, okay.
So, yeah, and it was sent correctly.
Yeah, so basically it was a mutual aid call, so it would have taken us a while to get there anyway, but we also had a delay because of dispatch for some reason, whatever that might have been. And then as it turned out, it sounded like 82 was available anyway. Maybe they cleared the hospital or something. So,
Are you gonna make any comments on, names for districts or anything like that?
well, there's really not much to say. I still have yet to find out what's going on exactly. I didn't know, and Evan, you know what's going on? So I got a
know
phone.
that we got rejected on, or Kevin got rejected on the first time that they submitted parameters to go by it, and they let us come after.
Okay. I got a phone call from, like I think I put it in the email, I got a phone call from a different fire district asking me if I knew about this. We didn't. I did contact Sam Lowe via email. Did you have an opportunity? Basically he said, I think the districts need to work it out. And so at this point, I still don't know what the process is. I didn't know we had to go to county council to get a name change, because I don't think that was ever done. If that was never done, then we're still Snohomish County Fire District 4, and we're not Snohomish Fire and Rescue. So anyway, regardless, I have talked to a couple city council people. I can't say they're concerned, but they had an interest in it. The North County chiefs have an interest because they don't like the region word in the title. So I'm not sure what's going to go on next.
So I was crafting the letter, and then I saw yours, and so I just.
Yeah. So right now, I don't know when it's scheduled. I haven't been able to find it on their agenda. I just know that they have the issue. Yeah. Aside from that, I don't know what to say. I don't know how the name was derived, whether it came out of the commissioners, whether it came out of the local, whether it was a combination of groups getting together. So, yeah. I mean, if you guys have any interest in it, I'll look into it more, but I kind of think we're,
So I looked, did a search trying to find something about it.
Couldn't find anything?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it comes down to, I could call Sam and ask Councilman Lowe what the process is, how do we, obviously, we've already made a comment. I got one city councilman who believes that he's gonna make a comment, but that's where we're at. So I'm open to you if you've got a suggestion, opinion.
Well, it's kind of ridiculous, but other than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where to go with it.
There's several other districts that. I wonder where that leaves them.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was good that one of the councilmen actually called some of the fire departments to ask what was going on. Now, what that'll do in the end, I don't know. No idea if he's got, influence with the other councilman or what the deal is, but
The name implies that there are no other districts in the county.
yeah, that's what their concerns are. That's what it looks like to them.
Okay. Any other commissioners' comments? Comments? All right, then we will adjourn to
Well-
our,
So here's what I'll offer. So I put the executive session on here, and I've got drafts of Don's contract and my consultant agreement. And after talking with Jim on the other day, I should have sent this to you on Friday, but because it could be done in executive session, I decided, better hold that back. So what we could do is we could scrap the executive session for tonight. You guys could take these agreements, because we've got till the end of July. You guys can take these agreements, come back next meeting and have an executive section next meeting, discuss among yourselves. And then if you wanted to, you could ask me in there. But if you have a negotiation session about either one of these, you have to have it with us in open session. So if you want to do it that way, we just scrap the executive session for tonight.
I like that. I
yeah,
like
that
that.
it would be good to review those.
Okay,
Is that the only thing that would be on the executive session tonight?
yes.
So with that, we'll scrap the executive session for tonight. Which means we're adjourned at
Okay.
19:24 hours.
There you go.